Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, I asked this question in the members live stream. So, I want to sit there and ask the general public what they thought. Do you feel that Sonny Corinthos is a good man? For a while, this character has been, as somebody used to sit there and say, somebody in the chat used to come in and say, we called him morally gray, right? And there's a certain tolerance for me personally as far as I guess how much bad stuff could a character have before I'm just like, whoa, hey, too far. Now this revival of Sonny's history, and I'm talking about the stuff with Karen, had me sit there re-questioning, rethinking about me putting Sonny as my favorite character. Luckily, Jason's back, so I have to sit there and really worry about that. But we're going to be sitting there talking about all the soap operas, Shadow Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born to Beautiful, Young and Restless, just some stuff. Even though there was no new episodes of B&B and Y&R, still got to sit there and talk about some stuff anyway. I'm going to be streaming for like maybe an hour and a half, give or take. Let's do a quick roll call and get this started. Lashanta's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Blackman is in the chat. How you doing tonight? And Lashanta says he was a good man first before Nixon falls. Darby's in the chat. How you doing tonight? The Queen is there. Queen is. How you doing tonight, Queen? Good to see you again. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Monique is in the chat. Sonny is bad when he needs to be, good when he needs to be. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Like I said, as we're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button. It really does actually help. I said in my review on Days that, oh, of course, I got to sit there and ask how the Queen is doing. I said in my review that Days have been lacking because of the scab writers. Blackman says I'm doing good and everyone. I'm in Maryland. Oh, okay. All right. When you come back, tell us some stories about the event. Make sure you tell us some stories about the event. Now, Lashanta says Sonny is better than most anyone else would be worse. Yeah, see, and that's something that the town has accepted. All right, good, Black man. That's something that the town has accepted. Any person that came to the town that Sonny dealt with has always been worse. So he's, as I would sit there and say, the best of a bad situation as far as docs and how you do business and stuff like that. Oh, Darby, by the way, I watched the first episode of X-Men '97. It was good. It was good. Darby's like, I'm tired of that excuse. But yes, I watched the first episode of X-Men '97. I enjoyed it, so I'm gonna watch maybe the second one before I go to bed tonight. Brenda, I'm back. Well, to answer your question, I believe Sonny was a good man when he lost his memory. Don't know I should call him a bad guy. I say more between bad and good. Yes. Yes, gray. And Brenda, it's actually good to see you again. Good to see you. Lashanta says I've been Miss Wu will be too much. Yes, Monique, it is on Disney Plus. It actually came on yesterday. So I watched the first episode. It's only first two episodes. Eagle Fang is Sunday a good man? Do politicians have your best interest in heart? Same answer. Okay. Eagle Fang, it's good to see you. It's been a minute. Yes, Monique, yeah, it's on Disney Plus. I think like I said, I think they put it out yesterday, which is really odd. Um, I don't know. I guess I just assume it'll be like more of a Friday release, but I'm liking it so far. I know they're gonna do other 8 or 10 episodes, so we'll see. House of Dragons. Um, yeah, something that I've been sitting there asking myself and wrestling with as far as Sonny's a good man and stuff. Eagle fan says, been on my weight loss journey, my dude. I work out the same time you come on, but I did it a bit earlier today on my day off, so I stopped by. Okay, day 22. Okay, that's what's up. All right. Well, I appreciate you stopping through. You know, how long do you work out for? Derby says One problem I saw when I one problem I had when I saw the episode was when their plane got damaged in the air. The angel appeared and helped save them, and then disappeared. Oh no, that was more. Oh, that was Morph. I'm sorry, I had to sit there and kind of spoil that part. That was Morph. He changed from the angel. Anthony, the #1 YouTuber. Oh, it's tomorrow, right? Okay. No, that was Morph. He turned into Archangel. Lashanta says, I don't have a problem with Sonny keeping his family safe. I don't like his hypocrisy. Okay. Oh, you damn right. He did lie, Lashanta. Brenda says, I believe John Case set that order to try to kill Sonny. I also believe he got Curtis shot and Dante. Yeah, it is possible. It is possible. Yeah, Havlin, how you doing tonight? Ronnie Ron. Yeah, no, but Darby, I enjoyed the first episode though. So, and Darby, I understand what you're Smith is saying, and it's like it sucks that they can't show all the episodes. What's good, Francis? Thank you for joining. Because I'm a binge watcher. I'm used to binge watching stuff. So, but I understand why they're doing it. Why they're doing it. It just still sucks though. What's your take on Jada? Jada was doing too much, Ron. Jada was doing way too much. What's good, cherry ice cream? Jada was doing way too much. And honestly, tell you the truth, she came across like that, like a hypocrite talking about code of conduct. When you was sitting there banging Rafe and stuff like that when he was your superior officer, but you're gonna sit there and talk about code of conduct? You literally knew that Teresa was high. You didn't arrest her, but you want to talk about code of conduct. Like, boo, you can sit somewhere. What's good, cherry ice cream? Monique says, shouldn't Gates be more like Jason is an excellent shot. He doesn't miss, but he continues to miss. Sunny, something in the milk and clear. Uh, I get it, Darby. I do. I get it. Like I said, I'm a very impatient person, so like I'm used to Netflix when you can just binge watch stuff. I don't like waiting. I actually tell you the truth, I generally hate waiting. And usually when I watch a streaming show, the whole point for me is to get away from traditional television. We have to sit there and wait week after week after week. Just bothers me. But I get what you're saying though. Lashanta says Lucy was right though. Sharian, how you doing tonight? How's the channel going? Autumn says, "Hey Albert, I feel like Jason needs to turn himself in because his return is affecting everyone. Even the mother of his kids, Liz, should have could have got fired, even though Willow chose to get the antibiotics." No, I can see that. I can see that. And I'll just say to you at this point, yeah, but Lashanta, okay, uh, that's fair. What's good, Becky D? That's fair. Queen Becky D's in the chat. Why did Ava let Harrison comfort her like that? Um, Bad writing, I guess. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, it really didn't make any sense. But Harrison forgiving her like that fast didn't make any sense either. Um, but see, and that's my whole thing though. Like Lucy wasn't wrong about any of it. And she did sit there and say the only reason why we kept you around, Cody, was to make Sasha happy. And everyone in that room knew it. It probably would have been a more tactful way to sit there and say it. I do agree, but um pikeman by killing all these mob bosses unless he is the pikeman. I thought what you call it was the pikeman. I thought Mr. Brendan was the pikeman. Exactly, Monique. You saw how fast she was freaking out? She was freaking out. And then Michael didn't help though, too. Debbie says like when I watch a show like The Gentleman whose episodes are all out there, I have to portion it out a day till I finish it off. Okay. Okay. I respect that. I guess, yeah, I'm a little bit different, but, and yeah, see, that's something else. Drew's not there begging for, Autumn says Jason needs to call Diane and get the situation clear. Yes, yes. Damn, yes. Autumn, yes. Justin, someone wants to be a supermodel and that's Sasha. My whole thing is, I really felt like they should have went. Oh, okay. All right. No, that's fair, LaShanta. Um, I was gonna sit down, so. Um, well, Rhonda, the problem is we're dealing with the scat writer stuff, right? So there's a lot of stuff that, like, honestly, tell you the truth, almost this whole episode, if we're going to be honest, was unnecessary because they're not moving anything forward, right? We're still stuck in this holding pattern until the new writers can come and actually deal with that. But again, I know that people have problems with Lucy, but Lucy was right. Cody, if you want to leave, you can kick rocks. They can sit there and find somebody like you tomorrow. And Sasha, if you want to leave, that's fine as well. Get Blaze and keep moving. Ida, what's good? Brenda says also, but do you think Anna is setting up Kate's? No, I don't. I don't think that Anna's setting up Kate. I think she genuinely is upset that she's turned a blind eye towards Sonny for years because of her guilt with Robin. I don't think that I don't think that Anna's setting him up. Yeah, thank you, Cherry Ice Cream. Lord B, everyone, I'm listening tonight. I hope all is well with everyone. I hope you're doing well, Lord B. It's good to see you. That's true, LaShanta. She did go too far with that. That I would 100% agree with. Francis says Belinda on Soap there said very hood chance Nicholas Chavez not returning to GH. His Netflix show's going for season 2, and he has other offers as well, maybe a recast. I wouldn't, yeah, I can see that. Susan, how are you doing tonight? And that's a good question. Maybe for the next chat. Thank you. Susan R, how are you doing today? How are you doing today? You bring a good point, Darby. Um, I love how everyone's there trying to jump down Lucy's throat. I'm glad to hear that, Susan. I'm glad to hear that. I'm also glad that you're in tonight. It's good to see you again. Good point, Darby. And bringing in a civilian, yes. Ron says yes, Albert. Even Phoenix said that he can't wait for the regular right. Yeah, it's we have about 6 weeks remaining. Oh wow, that sucks. Well, it's definitely gonna sit there and test my ability to sit there and do these reviews. 6 weeks or whatever that crap is gonna be. Sounds like torture. Of course, Susan, of course. Brenda says, well, Anna should be in shock, surprised once she finds out who John Case is. She's gonna feel. That's true. That's true, Brenda. That is definitely true. Autumn says Willow does need to get some thick skin, but I can understand where Michael's coming from regarding Jason. Yes, yes. But my whole thing is Autumn. If she's already think about this, if she's already freaking out about possibly going to jail, and Michael was there saying, "Oh, I went to jail and it was bad, and this happened to me and that happened to me." Michael, you ain't helping. Stop. Like stop. That's true. That's true, Lashanta. But some, I mean, my whole thing is yes, he did save her. I'm not gonna lie, Darby. I actually do miss B&B and Y&R. I generally do miss B&B and Y&R. That's why I said tonight we'll probably just go for maybe an hour, give or take. Because even Days was just lacking. But we still got a lot to talk about, even with Y&R, like just theories and stuff like that. So Ron says exactly after 6 weeks to mate, and he Phoenix always says that Days is his favorite soap, but these scat writers are horrible. It's really crazy. Darby says a block of your day is gone. Yeah, but see, that's the thing now, Darby. So like when I come back tomorrow, most likely after I watch Days in General Hospital, I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna take a little nap. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a little nap. Um, Francis says Days talked a lot in showing Abby's picture. Do you think Days will pull another Wraith? Roth storyline with him saving Abby. It's a possibility. No, I didn't. I meant to do it. I don't know. I think because I woke up late, I totally forgot. But I'm gonna do that though. I'm gonna sit there and look into it. Thank you. Let me actually write that down. Thank you. This is what happens. I gotta actually literally write stuff down. Yeah. No. But thank you for reminding me though, J.S. King, because I kind of want to know that myself too. But that's usually the thing though. Like if I can finish all my soap operas by 4 o'clock, and I do my last review around 4:30, I take my little cat nap and I'm good. I thought about doing that today, but Kirby says I tried to watch something new with that time, Albert. The Gentleman on Netflix is really good. I'll take a look at it. Thank you, Darby. I'm actually happy that I didn't take a nap today though, because that's how I was able to watch the first episode of the X-Men. So LaShanta says Valentine set Sonny up with Pikeman. That's true. Um, Brenda says I can't wait. Sonny finds out what Nina Blabber her mouth did to tell Jocelyn about Dex, and that stupid Dex went to tell Anna on everyone, not just Sonny, but Michael and Carly involvement too. That's true, but honestly, tell you the truth, I think at this point he should probably take care more of Dex before he comes at Nina. Though he should come at Dex way before he gets Nina. I mean, I feel like what Nina did wasn't like the worst thing compared to what Dex did. Ron says Albert Stefan thinks that Chad can help him. He's he bought this on himself. Every corrupt, even corrupt EJ ain't giving an F about him. That's true. How you doing tonight, Amber? But yeah, that's true. It's just a weird holding pattern that they got going on. You know, like even Leo today was just kind of like over the top. I'm like with Abe, I can understand somebody saying that they're giving that speech to Abe. Paulina, you've been here for like maybe what 2 years, and you've been a mayor for how long? And he's sitting there talking about she's like the greatest mayor, the greatest everything, and she's such an inspiration. I'm like, bro, you doing too much. Like you doing way too much. Crying and everything like that. I'm like, bro, stop. Yeah, I mean, like I said, just going back to Jada. Jada was doing too much today. I'm like, you need to sit there and calm and slow your ass down. I'm good, Amber. How you doing tonight? Shara, I don't know who that is. I've never heard of that person before. I'm sorry. Lashanta says, Aubrey always give Nina a pass. She was out of order. Josh never would have known if Nina. Well, here's the thing, Lashanta. I don't give her a pass. I'm not saying what she did was right. I'm just saying it wasn't the worst thing in the world. Like, okay, so she told, and honestly, tell you the truth, maybe Josh needed to know. Maybe Josh needed to know who she was actually dealing with. Let's just be honest. I mean, what did Nina really do? Tell Jocelyn that your boyfriend is a killer? I mean, hell, even Jocelyn was like, as much as I don't like Nina, I thank her for that. So exactly, what did she do? He just kept on about Paulina. Yeah, it was just over the top, Susan, and more important, it was just kind of out of place. Francis says, "How does Stefan think EJ will give him a deal for turning himself in? EJ wanted him to leave town." Exactly. And it's my whole thing like he's going to be just as bad off in prison as Gabby. So honestly, tell you the truth, Francis, she was, I mean, he was better off just running. He had bad. I can't blame Leo because he had bad history. Paulina, he wanted to do good with her, but blowing up her large ego was the only way he could do this story. Oh, you're a better person than me, Darby. I give you props for that. Lashanta says by snitching on Dex, she ratted out Sonny. Yeah, that's true. I can give you that point. I can give you that part. I give you that part. I'll give you that, Lashanta. Brenda says Dex is stupid. He should have left town like Sonny told him. But no, he chose to come back for Jocelyn, who ended up breaking up with him because he was going to kill Cyrus. Since when Josh cares about that's that's something else, Brenda, and I'm glad you brought that up because Jocelyn's dumbass is need to talk about Cyrus as a poor, defenseless old man. Cyrus is going to literally sit there and delete your whole family. What are you talking about? Johnson Smith is seeing Johnson Smith is seeing Cyrus like an old man. I'm like, did you not forget what Cyrus is going to do to your mom and your brother and your grandfather, or like a grandfather? Yeah, no, I'm not out there. I don't know. Like I said, I felt like for me, it was just kind of like really out of pocket. Now, Francis says, why is Stefan letting Ava off the hook for her part with the blank? Harris, because Harris was like, listen, if you don't sit there and if you sit there and rat out Ava, then I will sit there and tell the cops that you try to kill an officer. So pretty much Harris blackmails Stefan into doing that. And Sharion, if you're still in the chat, that's the question that Becky has asked for you. Ron says, Albert, EJ should be in jail. He's corrupt. He's a corrupt DA, breaking the law and doing underhanded stuff. Yep. And Paulina's dumbass actually appointed him, so LaShanta said, now Josh and hard-headed blank put everyone at risk. Yes. Yep, I agree. But see, this is the thing about the new writers, that they're doing things that are just so out of pocket. Like Laura's not there trying to be friends and talking about, oh, I should have more empathy for Heather Weber. I'm like, you should have more empathy for her? What the hell are you doing? First, you sit there trying to defend Esme. Like, this is why I have a hard time having sympathy for her, you know? Because part of me was like, it does really suck that she lost her grandson because of Esme. But I'm like, you also was the one that was not there champion Esme. You were also the one that was not there champion Esme to begin with. And you know what Esme did to everyone in that town. Thank you, Francis. Thank you. Yes, make sure you do hit that like button because it really does actually help. Sim, I have to sit there and cheat again and hit the like button. Also, if you're not a member, in the pen comment, become a member. We're gonna sit there and get into some stuff this week. We're gonna talk about soaps as well. We're gonna get into some stuff this weekend. Some stuff I want to specifically talk about in the members chat only that I wouldn't normally talk about here. Yes, definitely join, become a member. Trust me, ask anybody with a check mark with their name highlighted in green. They'll tell you that we have a lot of fun. Becky says Fonda is a massive bodybuilder and cat. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll look him up. I'll write that down. Thank you. Thank you, Becky D. Okay. Thank you. I will look him up. Yeah, exactly, Lashanta. Holly just bothers me. And I know that some people will sit there and give her a pass because of her age. Laura, they'll give her a pass because of her age. And I'm just like, I can't do that. I can't sit there and be giving passes. Susan says the way Laura and Anna have both been written lately is in contrast to history. Yes, I agree. I agree, Susan. They've been changing a lot of history, though. Dory says Laura has too much power as mayor. When Ned was mayor, he couldn't or wouldn't part in criminals like Laura is tempted to do. Yeah, so Susan, I understand why some people are not a fans of the new writers so far because they're taking the stuff, they're rewriting it, they're rewriting these characters like Sam and Jocelyn and Anna, and they're making it really dumb. Like, what are y'all doing? Thank you, Becky D. I appreciate you. Brenda says Stephen decided to turn himself in after seeing Chad, who told him nothing, but EJ is going to feel surprised. I hope Stephen tells everything on EJ to Rafe, Nicole, and Brady that EJ knew. Yes, that's really crazy, Brenda. Actually, I like EJ, but like he's been doing some real irritating things. Irritating things, I would sit there and say. But yes, definitely join. We're gonna get to some stuff this weekend. Um, and if everything goes well, I'm gonna sit there and try to do my live stream for members in the afternoon and at night. So if you're a day person, you can watch. If you're a night person, you can watch. So now Lashanta says everyone says Stephanie needs to buy her business do Hope or Brooke. See, this is my problem with that, Lashanta, and we're gonna get into that also because there's people that sit there and say I'm Team Hope. I like Hope, and I think Steffi should mind her business. But I'm like, so are you okay with what Hope is doing to Thomas? Because people will sit there and make excuses talking about, well, Hope, Hope just got out of a marriage. Susan says, plus EJ knew all about the yep. Oh yeah, no, he definitely be fired at best. At best, he would be fired and maybe even go to jail as well. But yes, and that's the thing with Hope. Um, I was going to set the answer. Oh, Susan also comes to the membership thing this week, and we're gonna sit there and have a little powwow about our friend. And you know what friend I'm talking about, Susan. We're gonna have a little powwow about that because my dude's been out of pocket all this week. Barry says I'm team. Look out for the family team, Steffi. Yes. Because people are just like, well, Hope just got out of a marriage and she's not ready yet. Okay, cool. So you think that men just have an infinite amount of patience? Like by simply saying that, I feel like you're co-signing what Hope is doing to Thomas. Lashanta says Albert Hope kissed Thomas was warned and chose to lead Tom on. Exactly. That's why I'm on Steffi's side with that. Francis says if the new writers don't get it together, GH rating is going to go down. The way the old characters were, the way we liked them. No need for character change. And I agree with that. Susan said all week I went I'm looking, I'm like, bro, seriously? I mean, it's bad because now it's like twice a day. Like, the sad thing is, Susan, it really blows me. When I say something, I'm the bad guy. I'm the villain, right? And I'm like, you just surrounded by a bunch of enablers. That's the thing that just really blows me. We're gonna talk about some other stuff too. We're gonna talk more about that, but we got some other stuff to talk about though too. But thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. Because the stuff that I sit there and say, I don't try to say it out of malice. I really don't. One, I generally do care about my subscribers. We're gonna sit there and put a pin on this convo. We're gonna pick that up on the weekend because we got some stuff to talk about. Brenda says it's funny how Hope tells Steffi to mind her own business, but Hope likes to be all up in Steffi and Finn's business and Sheila and her dad's business. Such a hypocrite. Ooh, thank you, Brenda. Well, thank you, Susan. And yes, Brenda, you are correct. Thank you, Susan. I try not to. I really do. AE was good. Miss seeing you. And thank you, Laura Bean. I like to think I'm not, but yeah, we gonna get into some stuff. Oh, Lobby, I wish you was a member, but hopefully you will join. Hopefully one day you'll join. Can't wait for both. Damn. You know, my whole thing is AE. I understand why. I understand why you feel that way. I just feel like it's not good for the soap world, though. Tracy's D's, happy Thursday. I mean, AE, I would rather them fix the writing. Francis says, you can tell it like it is, Albert. That's a good thing. Can't please everyone. I know. It's just, I wish, here's the thing. In some ways, I wish I didn't have to, but I feel like other people don't. And because they don't, it's like, well, somebody has to say something. Maybe, Susan. I mean, it can't get any worse. Fingers crossed. Darby says you are a super fan, Albert. You are the Magneto of soap operas. Well, I appreciate that, Darby. Thank you. That's actually a compliment. Hopefully, I can finish watching it, and then we can talk about it on the members thing as well. Ron says you're not a villain, but you're responsible for Passions getting canceled because you were mean and nasty towards Tabitha having baby and Dora. You started a petition for it to go off the air. Oh, I was mean and nasty. I was mean and nasty. Wow, Ron, you pretty much kind of you got my number, don't you, Ron? I was mean and nasty towards. Okay, all right, Ron, I respect that. And see, that's the thing, Becky. I would, like I said, I would rather the writing gets better than to have the shows just outright get canceled because competition is key. And I felt like when there was more soap operas, there was more competition, and they had to really sit there and step up their game. Brenda says when B&B is supposed to go off the air. I don't know if B&B is supposed to go off the air. Yes, they do have a show, and I hope they don't do that inflatable doll thing. Um, they're supposed to get The Gates next year. That's coming to CBS. So people are thinking that The Gates is going to replace B&B. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope they just, move the talk over or whatever. But yeah, that's the thing, Brendan. It's on the air for a whole nother year. Into 20, and towards the end of 2025. Dolomedics, how are you doing? We had a lot to talk about this weekend, including the show, the X Men 98. Yep, the end of 2025. So they got it. They got a year exactly. Now Dolly says new rumor is the Gates may replace the talk. Exactly. And Cherry Skin says I seldom watch CBS. I get you. Yeah, fix the writing, and I think they'll be good. Because here's the thing: we need more soap operas, not less. You know, we need more soap operas, not less. Lakeisha, what is good? You know, Susan, I did as well, which is really odd. Yeah, Cherry, actually, we need more soap operas, not less. And it's funny, Susan. I never actually thought I would miss The Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful until today. Francis says, didn't B&B fight? Yes, that is very true, Francis. And they did it in such this callous way, I heard, too. Lakeisha says, to answer your question, Sonny isn't a good man, but it's written to show that he isn't necessarily protagonist, but an anti-hero. Yes. Ron says, Albert, tell the chat that Brad Bill states that he doesn't care about what the audience says, and if they aren't happy with the writing, then tune out. Ooh, it's harsh. It's harsh, Brad Bell. Billy says, I really hope the Gates doesn't replace B&B. I just wouldn't want the drama. Yes. Yes. No, I agree with that. Because here's the thing, Dolominics. They already have enough drama. The thing is, they're already getting drama. Thank you. Thank you, Cherry Ice Cream. Thank you, Cherry Ice Cream. Thank you, Laura Green. Appreciate you. You want to see, yes, Sonny is a good man, a very good man. Okay. Thank you, Duan. Thank you. And thank you, Laura B. Francis says maybe if they ever bring Taylor, the actress who originally played her, will come back. I heard she didn't. I mean, if they can give her enough money, for instance, because I heard that she didn't want to come back. She didn't like the way her character was being written. That's why she didn't come back. And thank you, Becky. I appreciate that. Thank you. Brenda says Albert Willow was so nervous that Elizabeth will find out that she stole those meds for Jason. She needs to stay calm because if Casey, yes, that's true. That is actually very true, Brenda. Because he's already on this warpath too. So I agree with that, Brenda. Dolly says hopefully if the Gates does well, the experiment will bring in some new soaps for the network. So we'll love to see the Emmys become yes. That's the thing, Dolly. That's honestly, tell you the truth, I'm gonna be championing that show like no tomorrow. Susan, I don't think it's that much of an unpopular opinion. Like he said, oh, Brett, if you don't care about what the audience thinks, why continue with the show? The audience is the reason why it's still on. I know everyone can't be satisfied, but that's a weird comment. Yes, I agree. Amazing, gorgeous cat ladies in the chat. Willow sure was cracking today. Yes. That chick was sweating bullets. Michael was not helping. That's very true. Very true, very true. LaShanta says, I'm done with Sonny the hypocrite. Hypocrite self. I'm done with Sonny's hypocritical self. Um, but yeah, I never thought that would actually be missing the Young and the Restless and the Bold and the Beautiful today. Especially the Young and the Restless, because I saw the previews towards next week, and I'm like, this is looking good. Lily looked like she's about to sit there and maybe fire Heather, which I don't think she did. Maybe Cat Lady, maybe. Remember that story I told you? That story I told in the members only. Oh, I believe that. You remember that story I told you, Cat Lady, a while ago. I'll refresh that in the next members thing. But yeah. Um Duane says Breppo doesn't like that the audience has started to load B&B, not you, Albert. I get that. Francis says yes, next week Kyle and Diane face off. Maybe Diane's going to show her true colors. You know, like I said, Brenda, I didn't realize that my dad actually used to watch All My Children. Cat Lady got a bunch of cat emojis, and Amber says good. Rolly says I'm kind of surprised they networks haven't experimented with bringing in some international soaps to pay their daytime to pack their daytime lineup. Yes, yeah. Susan said I'm scared someone's face is going to appear in that window behind you. Listen, you know, Susan, I will make it a point to sit there and tell you what is happening um one night. I'll tell it in the story on Saturday. Well, I'll tell the story twice if you're in the chat. I'll save that for a members one. Yeah, I got a story to tell. Well, yeah, I would sit there and say the same thing, but I tell you, the thing is, Duane, that show's been on for 35 years. That show been on for 35 years. It's not something that they would just sit there and just lightly just take just getting it canceled. You know, one says like for example, fans are saying they don't like Brooke and Riz together, which I'm in agreement with, but Bell says otherwise. Well, of course, I mean he's Brad Bell, so all right. Uh-huh. Well, yeah, I mean that's true. You know, that's he says yes, they would. Bo is like stinking cheese in the refrigerator. Hmm. I wouldn't say that, but I get what Duane is saying though. But like I said, the show's been on for a while. People do love the show. I mean, you'd be surprised how many people actually genuinely love that show. Lakeisha said, "Get better out if it is an allergy. Something is definitely going around. Getting over an illness myself. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, it's I think it's just the hot and cold weather. That's what it comes down to. But Thank you, Lakeisha. Susan said one character GH hasn't rewritten history with is Lucy. That's true. But like I said, she here's the thing, she was actually speaking facts today though. Duane says because they couldn't even make Sheila's death scene exciting, it was like flat soda. I mean, it seemed like it was a fake out. So I honestly tell you, the truth, I don't even think it's what you call it. I think Sheila's coming back. Francis said, "Did you see that?" What? I mean, for instance, I didn't know that much about Lola, but that'd be interesting if she comes back, though. Susan says it's how the states facts. Is how she states facts. Yes, yeah, I get it. I get it. Ron says I've been effing tired of people on Twitter still wishing for Thomas to be Diane. I'm like, no, that's his effing aunt. I mean, yeah, I get it, Ron. No, that makes sense. Well, yeah, I would definitely sit there and say they probably didn't help AE as far as when they left, but like even on General Hospital, things isn't like how it used to be. You know, so I could sit there. That could be said for a lot of shows. With B&B is a little more noticeable because it's a half an hour, so they repeat a lot of stuff. That's the thing with that AE. But I get what you're saying though. Lakeisha says William Bell wrote Taylor and Riz to be the it's super couple for B&B after Brad took over. He did a huge rewrite and wrote Brooke and Ridge as Destiny. He did others odd rewrites too. Yeah, it kind of coincides with what A isn't it saying. I mean, like I said, I heard the show used to be the It Show for a little bit. Yes, with Jake Gyllenhaal. I thought he sat there. I was like, I mean, to be fair, I didn't actually watch it. It would. Darby, is it a show or is it a movie? I feel like because it's a half an hour, I feel like if it was, I feel like they actually would have more time if it's an hour. Oh, it's a movie. Oh, okay, Darby. Okay. To be fair, I never actually seen the original Roadhouse though. I think so too, Brenda. I've been Smith is saying the same thing. And Hope's dumbass is talking about, oh, we still gonna be together. I was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean you're gonna be together? What are you talking about? Like you're not even making any sense. I agree with that, Brenda. I'm like, yo, he should definitely move on. Yeah, that's Queen Jess is in the chat. Ron says, but do you agree with me that Belle doesn't like Taylor? Uh, I don't know that for sure, but I do think that the way he fired the actress was pretty terrible. I would definitely sit there and say that. Exactly, Duane. I said the same thing. I'm like, yo, are you kidding me? That's exactly why. I forgot who said it. I think it was Brenda. Brenda was like, Thomas should just move on, and I agree with that. Is exactly. Got to use that man like an adult toy. Brenda says, what I mean to say was Thomas should find a good woman that will love all of him and a future wife instead of waiting for. Yes, and I agree with that as well. Wink, it's not that Brad Bell doesn't like Taylor, he's obsessed with the actress that plays Brooke. Hmm. And how are you doing tonight, Wink? It's good to see you. And my whole thing is, when is Xander coming back? Because honestly, tell you the truth, Xander coming in to sit there and make these claims that Thomas killed Emma, not actually having any proof, just seems kind of stupid. It was good, Wink. It's good to see you again. Taylor was right. Duan says, yes, when is Xander actually going to come back? Petra, yes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Ron. I mean, Petra will go out, though. Was good, Alicia. It's good to see you. It's good to see you again. Keisha said, I don't think Brad Bell likes the Taylor character as well, but he doesn't write well for characters he thinks aren't main characters. And Duan from me, Cheech was a breath fisher man, yes. Yeah, Jess, it wasn't hitting too much. Like I said, Jess, when episodes like that happen, I gotta be real creative. Oh, like I'm telling you from this end, when I'm sitting there watching an episode like that, I'm just like, okay, so you got to make my job a whole lot more harder today. I see you. Well, yeah. Now Dolly says B&B written so badly they probably remember Xander in about 6 months and played the storyline out in the week. Jess says I don't know why Drew basically begged needed to come back. I hate the honestly tell you, Jess. I'm not gonna lie. I was enjoying that scene. I was like, that's Drew's long-winded way of begging this chick to come back to run Crimson because you dumped Carly. And by the way, Drew, you lying. You didn't fire Carly. Carly quit. You really don't want to look that bad in front of her, do you? Derby says Xander doesn't have a backbone because he doesn't do it to Thomas' face. He's afraid of what Ridge would do to him. Coward. Coward. Damn. No, oh that yeah, I have no idea. I'm just staring Cherry saying he's not to talk about, oh yeah, I'd fire Carly. You didn't fire Carly. She quit on you. What are you talking about? Now Tracy says, LOL, maybe in Drew's mind he fired her, but exactly. And that's my chick right there, Sydney Watcher. She always kills it. I mean, he literally came in there like, so you wanna come back to Crimson? Just that he looks so deranged in that scene too is giving serial killer vibes. Francis says Eric was dying, but now he's cured. They don't even show him anymore. Yeah, that's true. Wink says I hate that smug grin on Drew's face when he left. Yes. I said the same thing, Wink. I was like, bro, don't act like you want anything. You came in there begging this chick to come back to work for you. Shut your mouth. Lisa Anna's reduced her relationship with Sonny to some nonsense blather about Robin. Sonny has been a friend to her because of her, not just Robin. True. Ron says Albert admitted that Ron says Albert admitted that Bell doesn't like the character Taylor. I knew he didn't like her on the show, so he came up with a stupid excuse. Wow, Ron. You telling me to admit something I don't even know. That's okay, Ron. Taylor says, don't hate me, but I saw it in Drew and Nina's face. They're gonna hook up. Hmm. I don't see it, but okay. Tracy says, I never liked Carly and Drew together. I just felt like they were missing something. Brenda says, Albert, I wonder how long Days is going to drag on Nicole's baby storyline. Aren't they ever going to show a real baby Jude? Titus thing. Yeah, they love doing that. But see, here's the problem right now that they got going on, Brenda. They got the scab writers, right? And from what I understand, what I heard, they can't advance the storyline with the scab writers. And Day shoots 6 months ahead. So I think they're probably still dealing with the scab writers. So who knows how long that's going to take. That's what I'm worried about too, Brenda. That's what I'm worried about too. And also she's going to be fired too. Like the actress that played Nicole is going to be fired. So that's going to be a whole issue, Brenda. Because like today's episode was a filler. Lakeisha said they need to go ahead and end the Nicole story. Yeah, I agree. That's true, Tracy. That's very true. I don't say it either. Ron says, Albert, Cynthia Waters is your woman. This is why you want to go at the fan event to try and protect her from backlash against people cursing her out and being nasty to her, but you can't say ish. Well, that's true, Ron, because they're going to give me a beatdown, right? A says, I think Jagger and Anna will hook up. Hmm. La Shanta says, why did Drew help Nina print that article? I'm not liking Drew now. And Darby says, when Nicole leaves town, will baby Drew be leaving with her? See, that's the thing. Well, that's a good question. Because I hope not. I mean, I'm literally sitting there looking at that like that's technically Eric's child as well. So I don't understand how she's gonna leave town with Eric's child. Like that'd be so out of pocket if they do that though. Brenda says some people think Sloan will be exposed at baby Drew's christening. That'll be good. That will be perfect, Brenda. You damn right he won't stand for that, Susan. Especially him being a new father. And he wanted to be a father for years. He just gonna let Nicole just go out of town with his child, what half his child. So it's funny. That's actually the title for Kyrie's live stream tonight. I mean, I don't think that what you call was the best, but it was. I don't think that Jace was the best, but it was better than Days. Nobody says Sloan will get off the charges somehow. Well, she is a lawyer. If anyone can do it, it'll be her. I don't know about the easy peasy part, but Duane says, Duke would I wonder why Duke was killed off. Do you know Albert? Duke? Who's Duke? Oh, I am eating. ramen soup. And Judy, how you doing, Judy? I agree with that. I agree with that. Both of them are out of pocket. But see, that's what people listen to saying about the new writers. They're like, "Yo, what do you?" Yes, I agree with that. Laura Smith, they're helping out. Oh, yeah, no, I don't remember how he died. I don't remember. I think it was. I think it had something to do with Julian. Julian got a hitman to kill Duke. I think. Jess, I feel like that's exactly what's going on with happening. But no, Duan, it was Julian that got Duke killed. Ron says, Albert, when the truth comes out about the baby, where does this leave EJ? He's corrupt. Probably brokenhearted and mad. Wink, they should make Griffin, Anna, and Duke's son with a waste of a legacy character. See, and that was the thing. Well, I'm not even going to bring up that conversation. I'm not even going to bring up that conversation. Hopefully, she don't make it. God damn, God damn. Damn, and they say I'm heartless. Jesus Christ. Bring it up. No, but I was, talking about legacy characters and stuff like that with the whole Joss and with the whole Joss. Samuel, I love how Jay's just making people recognize Sonny is not a hero. What's good, Samuel? Um, Trina. Because my whole thing was like, why don't they sit there and show Trina more than Jocelyn? But people was like, Jocelyn's a legacy character. And I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. But I know how those conversations with Trina goes. Yeah. Darby says instead of trying to bring free hardened criminals, Laura should be doing her damn job. It's just I know how it is, like those conversations with Trina and stuff like that, because they always seem to go so sideways. It's like, ugh. It was good, Samuel. It's good to see you again. Jess says I'm tired of hearing. My whole thing is I'm tired of the heated arguments about Trina. That's my whole thing. Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, it makes sense. It's just how some people are about Trina, so that's where it just goes on. And what did Alicia say? Hold on. Oh, okay. I get that. I get that wink wink. What's good, Jonathan? Ron says why Kristen can't get another man. He's a coward and a douche. Damn. Okay, Ron. Well, see, and that's the thing. That's if he actually comes back. That's if Spencer comes back. But yeah, Ryan, she does have this like obsession with Brady, which is really weird. That's if Spencer comes back. And thank you. Yes, make sure you do hit that like button because it really does actually help. Thank you, Becky. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, Justin, I don't get what you need to be more than what they're giving her. Oh, that black nurse is not on a line. Yeah, Deanna. Damn, you can't even sit there and say her name. Alicia says Sonny is a flawed man. He's not evil, and the writers have reconned him horribly. Anyway, heroes are for action movies. And yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Let's see where Johnson says Days and J's didn't offer much today. That's true, but GH offered a little bit more than Days did, like by a little bit. You know, I do agree with that. But honestly, to tell you the truth, Jonathan, you know what I actually missed today? I missed Y&R and B&B. Okay, so we got 32 likes. We got 42 people in the chat. So if you are enjoying the stream, make sure you did hit the like button because it really does actually help. How will she respond? She probably may want to kiss him back. Because let's be honest, she ain't doing that with anyone else. Thank you, Jonathan. Elisa said Jada was like a nagging wife with Jason, aka Harrison. That's been Jesus Christ, what is this? That's been okay. That's been her problem. That's been my issue with Jada. She's pushes too much, and it does after a while start to get annoying. Like she's been Alicia she's been doing with Everett, and now she's doing it with Harris. I'm like, we like your heart may be in the right place, but you're doing too much, bro, and you're just getting annoying. Sammy says until these soaps are fair within their diversity of how they portray and showcase their characters, Trina lack of airtime will always be a conversation. Hmm. Well, I don't even think it's that, Ron. I think that they're just she's doing a little bit too much. Brenda says Albert on days John told Marlena he's going to turn himself in for supposedly killing that girl, but I don't believe he killed that girl. Marlena needs to put him on hypnosis. Yeah, I agree with that, Brenda, because honestly, to tell you the truth, it was really stupid. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna sit there and turn myself in." I'm like, "You don't even know if you did it." And yes, I'm surprised they didn't even think about that. I'm surprised she didn't think about doing that already. Yeah, just it was really odd. I was like, for the first time, they didn't show B&B, and I was like, I kind of miss this. I'm like, I kind of miss this show. Gosh, to tell you the truth, the story right now is actually pretty interesting. They actually have a lot of interesting storylines on B&B and Y&R. Johnson says, I hope we get good cliffhangers tomorrow. Me too. Alicia said, wouldn't John have to turn himself into the Greek authorities. That's true. Yeah, why the hell were we using it? I mean, but even yes, that's true. And granted, again, even if he did, yeah, Samuel. Listen. I've been liking a lot of stuff on Y&R. So Samuel says Trina and Josh's popularity level is equal. So why haven't Trina and Josh show more together to help each other out throughout their heartbreak? I don't know if they're exactly equal. Oh, and hope that's a good question, Brenda. I mean, especially with Bo, they just put him in a coma and just said, "All right, well, whatever." Judy says, "Can anyone tell me how Constantine got the pawn card?" I think that's a really good question. I think he found it. Um, I think he found it. I think he found it in Victor's box or something like that, right? Ron says, Albert, how will everyone react if Stephanie decides to forget Everett and still be with him? No tantrum, and I'm not sure if he patched. I mean, that'd be sketched out by Stephanie. Jada, honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't even really care at this point with Jada because, again, Jada does way too much. Jada does way too much. Brenda said, yes, Albert, you may be right because John was Victor's pawn. Yeah, that's what I'm sitting there thinking. Like, he found it in one of Victor's, like, boxes or something like that. That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't watching it back then either, but, like, I vaguely remember that. I could be wrong, though. Darby says Constantine stole a lot of things from Victor's over the years. Albert, maybe that's how he got the card. Maybe. A says, did you guys notice how small the sets are? The Marshall Kevin Curtis scene, Della was standing. Yeah, they could have probably gave him a little bit. They probably could have gave him exactly a little bit more chairs. Alicia said, I could see why Everett lost his memories. Yeah, I would. I mean, to be sit there married to that woman, yeah, she does too much. Again, she started really annoying me with Everett because I'm like, Everett don't owe you an explanation. You signed divorce papers. He doesn't owe you anything. And you sitting there getting up in his face and stuff like that, yelling and screaming. I'm like, yo, you need to. And she bars in his room. I'm like, yo, sis, you out of pocket. That's true, Jess. That's true. She is a legacy character. Francis says, I hope they bring Bo and Hope back for Dog's funeral when the storyline since. But Francis, they didn't. Here's the thing: they didn't bring back Vic. They didn't bring. They didn't bring um them back when Victor died. They didn't bring him back when Victor died. So don't expect them to bring him back for Bill Hayes, unfortunately. Yes, make sure you hit that like button. It does help. Or let other people know that this channel is the channel that you want to be at. Okay, so we got 34 people, 34 likes. All right. Thank you, Blackman. I appreciate that. I hate being that guy that's like constantly Smith saying that every 5 minutes because that guy does get pretty annoying. Trust me, I've been the other side of the table. Duane said Josh was getting more smoke back when I watched Sabrina Faith. Now, Johnson says Doug was Holt's father, so she would at least be there with or without Bo. Hopefully, yeah. But I mean, I hope so. I just, like I said, I felt like it was so out of pocket when they didn't actually show them for Victor's funeral. You know, I just don't know. Brenda says some people think Josh is just like her mother Carly, but she acts more like her dad Jax to me. When it comes against mob gangsters, she asks Carly, "Did Jason kill anyone?" Stupid question. So did your brother. Hmm. Some people grieve after divorces. Um, but yeah, it's always gonna be a very sensitive topic with Trina. You know, I always notice that whenever the conversation with Trina comes up, is always a very sensitive conversation. It's like I always have to sit there and be on extra guard, to make sure things don't get out of hand. It's like Jesus Christ, it's just a fictional character sometimes. Johnson says, and so did her Uncle Jerry. So did her Uncle Jerry what? Maybe I missed that part of the conversation. Elisa says Jocelyn is Jack Sanctimonious. Spencer. I saw the previews for tomorrow look like Jason is going to be calling Diane. He should have called her first thing. Yes. And it's funny, Spencer, because other people listening to saying that in the chat in the beginning too. What's good, Spencer? It's good to see you. Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly, Ron. That's what I was thinking. Saying when she did that, it was definitely out of pocket. Just walking up in that man's house, like, yo, who are you? And granted, also just looks like an abuse of power. Wang said Josh isn't like Carly. She doesn't know what loyalty is. Loyalty is. I mean, she took Nell's side over her. Yes, that's true. Unalive people. Oh, okay. Okay, Darby. Alicia, and Jax always act like as if his don't stink. Hmm. Samuel says Chase tries to make Josh a blend of Carly and Jax, and GH fails miserably because she can't. She acts like only Carly. Oh no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Darby. No, I appreciate that. Thank you. Hmm. No, I appreciate that, Darby. Oh, that's true, Alicia. That's true. Francis says Anna's not a very smart commissioner, knows George Equanimate, but never Jason's, yeah, that's true. That is also kind of weird that they didn't do that though too. Judy says Jerry was a menace for real, and just like Josh playing dumb about the man she has lived in all her life, Jax overlooked his brother too. That's true. I doubt that, Ron. She went over there to be annoying. I feel like I don't know, Jonathan. I feel like she acts more like her, like Carly. I feel like she acts more like Carly. Oh yeah, exactly. Spencer, Dax is a rat. Let's just be honest. That dude is a rat. Brenda said that that that's Josh's uncle. Is a matter of fact, Jerry held a lot of people on Jay's poor child's hostage, and Sonny and Carly were two people Jerry killed Jason's father. Yeah, that's true. Why do you need Jerry Apprentice back on days, Ron? What is it that you like about Jerry Apprentice? And that's a very good point. I don't understand how Anna didn't say. Anna thought about the bridge that Jason was going to be on, but she didn't think about checking the quarter mains. Like that's definitely like a plot hole right there. Wink says, "I feel like Drew knew Jason was at the Bowl House. He called the police on him." What in the previews? Because it didn't happen today. That is a little kind of odd. You knew he was going to be at the what you call it. Exactly, Jonathan. That's why I'm sitting there asking Ryan, like, what is it that you like about what you call it? Why do you want Jerry Apprentice to be back? Just say, yeah, I don't know why no one searched the Quartermains. Oh, damn. Wink says Anna hasn't solved the case since the 80s. God damn. Damn. A said they're like the Keystone Cops. Was good, Big Nate? Only two of them was on General Hospital and Days, and they were both average to below average at best. That's what I was sit there and saying. One says Albert, he's a good person, but unfortunately, he let Nurse Whitney use him, and he has potential as a character. Wow, you really think so? Ron, I think you're the only person that actually wants Jerry Apprentice back. I mean, maybe one day I'll do a poll on on YouTube. No one talks about Jerry Apprentice more than you do. Hell, I only remember Jerry Apprentice because of you. Judy says Anna pick and choose her cases according to her friendship level. Remember Peter August. Oh, right there. Locations I think Josh actually like both, but mostly like Carly because that's who she's around more. Yeah, I've been really seeing her act like Jax. Lakeisha said, "Who the who the f is Jerry Apprentice? He's a character on Days of Our Lives that Ron wants back. Even though this character, even okay, Ron, I would think about doing a poll. Even though this character, no one remembers this character really. No one really remembers this character on Days of Our Lives except for Ron. He was literally just a plot device. But for some odd reason, Ron wants this character back. Darby says, yes, we want Jerry Prentice to return and rescue Chanel from all those Demira money, from all the Demira money she's drowning in. Well, to be fair, she does have her own money, though. I was like, to be fair, she does actually have her own money. So, but Ron likes Jerry Prentice like he likes Sheila having a baby. So you kind of got to sit there and take that with a grain of salt. Alicia says someone needs to put some clothes on Chanel. No, they don't. The hell they don't. I will. I will. I will disagree with that one. No, I get it, Akeisha. Oh, Prentice, yes. Darby says Paulina's money and Tamara's money aren't the same. Hmm. How do you figure that? How do you figure that, Darby? Johnson says the only memorable thing about Jerry Prentice is that he played exactly he played Little Theo. That's why I'm like only Ron really. Yes, I am, Alicia. Yes, I am. That is very true. Brenda says who Jay's going to have a next female model as besides Sasha. Yeah, Blaze. I have to tell you, Brenda, I felt like they should have won with Blaze first. I felt like they should have won with Blaze first. For some odd reason, he decided, oh, let's get Sasha back. Wayne says, who's the richest person on days everybody owns the company? I'm still going to go with the Damaris. And then maybe the Kyriokises. Maybe the actor can play a character on GH instead. Only if he's good. Because I'm going to be honest, Jonathan, that actor seemed like he was subpar at best. I'm going to be honest. I think he's actually kind of subpar at best. That's true. That's true, Becky. Yeah, location. I was going to sit there and say they're definitely the richest. Yes. Okay, I got you. I got you, Becky. And that makes yes. Okay. Ron says, I like Chanel. She has a nice body. No wonder Johnny can't. Well, of course not. Alicia said, Lucky was just vibing off of Sasha's direction. Sasha was rather lackluster at the shoot. That's what you got. Okay. I don't know anything about shoes, so I'll probably take your point of view. I remember that, Ron. You wanted Jerry with Eli. Uh, Ron, you're something else. Spencer said they got to bring Jasper Jacks back on the show. I know the actor that plays him. I think said something sexist. I don't remember what the issue was. He said a lot out of Spencer. The biggest thing is that he sued General Hospital because he got let go because of the mandate. That's what wound up happening. That's the thing, Spencer. He sued General Hospital because he got fired for the mandate. The comments that he said didn't help his situation as far as what he said about Terry and well, I think that was about it. But then he said he was getting kind of slighted because of his political views. But him suing was the biggest. Have a good night, Brenda. It was really great to see you. Thank you again for joining. I appreciate you. Appreciate your time. Johnson says yes, that's because he was a child when he played Theo. He was only brought back as an Easter egg. Yeah, they just I don't think he's really that much of a good actor, to be honest. So like, Lakeisha, the guy who played Jasper, side very interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, he just the suing thing was his biggest downfall. Darby said then he got into a fight with Alexis. I don't think he got into a fight. I think he might have. I think you're right. I got to look into that. I think what would have happened. Yeah, I think Nancy. There was something happening. I think Nancy took issue with either him or just people in general that wasn't following certain mandates as far as like social distancing and the mask and stuff. But he took issue with Nancy. He took issue with Nancy because she got to sit there and say what she wanted on her social media platforms. But when he said stuff, he felt like he got slighted by GH. So have a good night, Alicia. Thank you for joining. And have a good night, Francis. It was good to see you again. Thank you. Ron says, I remember when Lonnie went over to confront him about, I thought he was going to hit her. Really? I didn't see that. But yeah, I don't know. Just don't know. Well, listen, as fun as this actually has been, I'm gonna sit there and call it a. I'm gonna call it a night as well because yeah, I do actually have to get up early in the morning. Too damn early, honestly, but it is what it is. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't so much. Yeah, it wasn't even so much the political stuff. It was him suing GH. That's that's one of like really hurting his chances. Ace Nancy didn't want anyone near her who wasn't vaccinated. Yeah, and that's true, AE, and she does actually have a right to that, to be honest. But yes, have a good night, Wink. Have a good night, Law B. Have a good night, Lakeisha. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, Judy. Have a good night, Queen Becky D. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, Susan. Again, if you're not a member, you definitely want to join this weekend. We're going to have a lot of fun. We sent this sharing some stories, some tea, whatever you want to sit there and call it. Have a good night, Ronnie Ron. I will get on that. Get on that, Ron. You know I got you, buddy. Johnson says, join us next time for another edition of Soul Chat without the Bosick. Thank you, and make sure you hit the like button on the way out. That really does actually help. AE, it was actually really great to see you again. Thank you again for joining. Appreciate you and your time. Yes, exactly, Jonathan. Make sure you hit that like button. We're gonna get more people on. It's gonna be a good year. So until then, I will see everyone in the next live stream. Laters.